Alright folks, it is Sunday, March 5th, and got about an hour or so to try to catch a fish at this pond. I have no idea how cold the water is, but the water level is finally high again after it was super low during the summer and even during the early stages of the winter. Just got a little drop shot with a little crappie bait, small finesse presentation, 1/4 ounce weight, Dobbins Fury 703 SF, Shimano Stratic CI4 Plus 3000 FA, 10-pound tough line Dominate, and 8-pound Berkeley Vanish fluorocarbon. That's my drop shot setup. Alright, so we'll just start fan casting this whole pond, try to cover a little bit of water from this limited shore access we got here, and try to see if we can get a bite. Fish on! Yes! This is a bass or a crappie. It's a bass or a crappie. Oh, it's a bass! Yes! Oh, check that out, folks! Finally, my first bass of 2017. Actually, let me get a picture of that bait in its mouth. Man, that is a pale fish. Woo! Oh man, I can't tell you how good it feels to finally catch my first bass of the year. Took forever, had issues with my boat, haven't been able to get out fishing much at all. But to finally catch a fish is so rewarding. Alright folks, there it is. Oh, that's funny, now that I've had it out of the water a little bit, it actually got a little bit darker, but there it is. My first bass, 2017. Probably a little over half a pound or so. There it goes, swimming slowly away. Man, ooh, that water feels really cold. That's probably still low 40s. Alright, that was exciting. It was a small fish, but this pond doesn't have many big fish to begin with, and man, I'm just super excited to be able to catch my first bass of the year. I'm supposed to get all the parts in for my boat by this Wednesday, so hopefully Thursday Limit Out Marine can start working on it, and hopefully I'll be able to fish it this upcoming weekend. Oh, another fish! This feels good. What is it, another bass? Oh, this is smaller, but he fought harder. Alright, we got another little crappie bait, another little pond largemouth bass. Oh, that feels good to catch. I will take it. Well, folks, turns out that I wasn't paying attention and I wasn't recording for that third fish I just caught, which sucks. It was a little bit smaller than the first one, but bigger than the second one. But again, I've only been here for about 15 minutes and I've caught 3 fish. So hopefully we can catch a couple more before we have to leave. Oh, fish! Number 4. Oh man, that's the smallest one so far. Alright folks, that's number 4 for the day. I do not believe I was recording for number 3, unfortunately, but let's let this one go. Oh, there we go. Fish number 5, folks. Is it another bass or is it a crappie? It's a bass. No crappie today so far. Oh, come on, get off. I just snagged a branch and had to retie my line. Fresh retie, first cast, bass number 5. Another healthy, small, fat one. Oh, fish number 6. Oh, man, a little feisty one. Alright, another average sized pond bass for this pond. Man, they're pretty. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but right around here looks almost like turquoise, like an aqua green. Cool colors. Alright folks, so that's fish number 6. I've been here about half an hour or so. So that's pretty good. Maybe a little over half an hour actually. Let me look at my phone. Now I've been here about roughly 40 minutes. So this pond, you can't really see any of the weed lines right now because they've died throughout the winter and the water rose several feet. But I'm kind of visualizing where I remember the edges of the weed lines to be. And if you cast into where the weed lines were, you'll actually snag the dead weeds. So I've been trying to cast right towards the edge of them because I believe the bass are still going to be relating to that. And this pond isn't very deep to begin with, but I'm casting out towards the middle of where I remember the weed edges to be. And that's where I've been getting all my bites. I caught one in the middle, caught 3 over there. No, I caught 2 in the middle, 3 over to the right, and 1 over to the left. So they're just kind of scattered around the deeper water because it's still really cold, but they're trying to relate to whatever form of cover that can be, and right now it's pretty much just weed edges. So let's see if we can get a couple more. I got about 20 minutes left before I gotta leave, so I mean 6 bass, it's already been a pretty good day. Like I said, it's March, but I'm still gonna consider this late winter because technically it's not spring yet. And it's been unusually cold this year in Washington. All right, folks, this wind is picking up. It's getting pretty strong and it's really cold. So I think I'm gonna call it a day. Spent just under an hour here. Caught 6 little bass. I forgot to mention that the hook size I'm using is a size 4 VMC Sure Set drop shot hook. And I forget exactly who makes this bait, but it's basically a little crappie minnow. And that's it, folks. Short leader, less than a foot. And the water's still cold, so I'm just sitting there just gently shaking my rod tip, and that gives this little tail a bit of action in the water. The bait's not moving too much when you shake it really gently, but you see that tail start to move. And then you give it pause for a few seconds and shake it again, and that's how it triggered those bites in this cold water. Last weekend, it was still about 42 when I went out, and the weather hasn't been much warmer this week, so I imagine it's still going to be in the very low 40s. And these small bodies of waters like the ponds, they actually get colder during the night when it's in the 30s. So for all I know, this pond could still be high 30s, close to low 40s. The water is really cold. You know, I felt the bites, they were tiny little nibbles, but it was still a lot of fun to get out and finally catch some bass this year. Ugh. Maybe if I wasn't so cold, I could talk properly. It felt good to finally catch some bass this year. All right, folks, stay tuned and we'll see you next time.